So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. And as you can see on the screen, Edu, yes, Don Edu has won a trophy. He's won an award. He has won the Best European Director Award at the Golden Boy, voted by a board of legends. I don't know who the legends were, but they must have been on the source, mate. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about Benjamin White on the verge of signing a new contract. Make sure you are subbing to the channel, people. We are fully on the road to 90k. Literally, 89,171 at the minute. So let's push that through the 89.2s. That'd be great. Also, once you've finished watching this, make sure you head over to Lee Reacts. I'll have a video out about Vinny Jr. He's out for 2 months. Obviously, Camavinga's out until January as well. And Luka Modric provides an update on his future. He's fighting for his place at Real Madrid. And we're going to go through all of that because that football club is elite, my friends. And you all know my love and adulation for Real Madrid. They actually act like a big club. So make sure you do go and check that video out. As soon as you've finished watching this, people, make sure you like the video. Leave your comments and supers down below as well. But I'm baffled. I can't lie. Arsenal director Edu Gaspar wins Best European Director Award at the Golden Boy 2023, voted for by legends, a panel of legends. And what I find staggering about this, I don't know who makes these awards up, but the Brighton president, owner, whatever you want to call him, excuse me, Tony Bloom, wins the Best European President Award at the same event. Right, now let's just put this into context, just these two here, and then we can go through some of the others. Right, let's start with Edu. He's won the award for 2023, yeah? He's won the award for 2023, cool. What players did he sign in 2023? Because 2023 started in January, obviously. In January, we signed Trossard. Good signing, well done. After that, we signed Kivior, barely gets a game. Then he signed Jorginho. Oh, mate. Anyway, we move on. We didn't sign Declan Rice. Pat on the back for that one. Well done. Same with Trossard. Big up. We didn't sign Urian Timber. Gets injured on this first Premier League game. Cool. That's not Edu's fault. I think that would be a good signing. We then go and sign a goalkeeper, which is now causing mad dramas within the Arsenal fan base and with the other goalkeeper's father. Less said about that, the better. I'll go on a mad one again. And then we go and sign the German giraffe for 65 million quid, who's got 1 goal in 19 games. And that was a given pity penalty. How is this guy winning that award? I don't really understand it, if I'm being completely honest. Makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like, these awards are just trash. I can't lie. Not only that, we also didn't win the title. So I don't understand how this guy's winning an award for the best director of football when, firstly, the club didn't win anything. And secondly, some of the signings he's made are absolutely scandalous. 65 million on the German giraffe, 12 million on Jorginho. So there's what? 77 million. 24 million on Kivior. There's 101 million. Bit weird, isn't it? Bit weird. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. Probably be the only trophy we get this year. Well, it will be the only trophy we get this year. We can't win one by the end of this year, can we? And let's go down to this Brighton president. This is a guy that is being lauded up for basically bringing in a load of players that are unheard of and selling them on for massive profit. Okay, that's great. Fantastic. You're a small club in comparison and you have to do what you got to do. I get that. But now reinvest that money, mate. Oh, you didn't. You made 400 million quid in the last 2 summers. And you've spent about 160 million, 140 million, something like that, in them 2 summers. So you've pocketed about £250 million quid. How does that get you the Best President Award? The Best President Award should go to the team that have won stuff. And on that basis alone, Man City, president, owner, whatever you want to call it, should walk away with that award. Makes no sense to me how this geezer's winning an award when, firstly, he's took his club from 122 years without winning anything to 123 or 121 to 122. They've never won a major honour. And this is the problem with modern football. Modern football lords up and laps up mediocrity. Yeah, and the standards are on the floor. Yeah, this is the same football club, Brighton, by the way, whose manager's being lauded up as the second coming of Pep when his goals conceded are one less than Luton. And he's won about 140 games in about 350 games he's had. Crazy, actually crazy. But anyway, let's carry on. Let's go through. Jude Bellingham wins the Copper Trophy for the best talent of the year. Not quite sure about that one, if I'm being honest. I like Jude Bellingham. I think he's a top player. Was he the best talent? Is he the best talent? Not quite sure. Not quite sure about that. Leave yours down below. Listen, Mr. Ayala could be in there. There's plenty of others that could be in there as well. But anyway, Best Agent Award. How does that work? I don't really get that one. This one made me laugh. Juve Sporting Director Cristiano Giuntoli wins the Greatest Challenge Award at Golden Boy. He won the Serie A title as Napoli director last season before joining Juve. So how's that the greatest challenge when you've actually completed the challenge and won the league? Who makes these up? And who were the legends on the panel? This boy, mad overrated, Lamine Yamal, wins the youngest award at Golden Boy 2023. It's special dedicated award to reward the youngest player ever to be on the podium of Golden Boy. They have hyped this kid up like the second coming of Messi, and he'll be on Osasuna or Cadiz bench in a couple of years because he ain't that good. Some of you may disagree, some of you may agree. But anyway, Jude Bellingham won the Golden Boy. Again, not quite sure about that. But it is what it is. Anyway, leave your comments and thoughts on all of that. Leave that down below. Let's go to Benjamin White because he's on the verge of signing a new contract, according to Fabrizio. Where's the post? Where is the post? We're going to find it. Smash the likes up while we're waiting. There it is. Understand negotiations between Benjamin White and Arsenal on a new long-term deal continue as feeling remains positive since day one. It's not done yet, but in progress. All parties are very confident. Cool. I ain't really got an issue with that, if I'm being honest. And listen, everyone knows that when he signed for Arsenal, I didn't like him playing at centre-back. Playing at right-back, I actually think he's all right. Last season, before the capitulation, which he had a hand in, but I don't think he was a major issue in having a hand in that. Yes, against Liverpool at the 2-2, he switched off and Firmino equalises. But there was a lot of things that went wrong before that, i.e. the Bart Simpson lookalike politician at left-back getting nutmegged. Yeah. But it is what it is, isn't it? Listen, I think at right back, only Trippier was better than him last season, in my opinion. Again, you may disagree, but I ain't too disappointed if he gets a contract. I'm not one of these people that like wants to reward mediocrity, but at the same time, I've always called for this club to start acting like a big club, and he is obviously a big part of our future going forward because the manager rates him. Yeah, the manager rates him a lot. So let's see when his current contract runs out, because we signed him for what, 50 mil? His current contract runs out in 2026. Oh, okay. So this summer coming, it'll be down to 2 years. Well, that kind of makes sense then. Kind of makes sense. And listen, if you're down to the last 2 years or so of your contract and you're of a certain age, you're a big player for the club, you're playing week in, week out for Arsenal, and the management want you to play week in, week out, then I kind of understand why we're signing him up. But at the same time, maybe do this in the summer. Maybe do this in the summer rather than doing it mid-season. Yeah, like, I don't know. But he's the least of our worries, I can't lie. We've got a lot of players at this club that shouldn't be, and a lot of players that are performing or underperforming a lot more so than he has this season, because this season he ain't been good at all. Yeah, I don't know whether that was down to him dyeing his hair white, but he ain't been good at all this season. And, you know, we have conceded, I think, the least amount of goals in the Premier League. Have a look. I think we have conceded the least amount. Us and Liverpool both conceded 10. But he ain't been great. He ain't been great. And that's testament to the centre-backs, because Zinchenko, said his name, 35, has not been that great either. And the one thing with him, I'd rather him playing midfield. As for Ben White, yeah, I ain't too disappointed, like I said, if he's signing a new contract. But I want to see his levels go back to last season, because last season he was up and down that wing, crossing the ball. He can actually cross a ball. There's not many that can. Yeah, his defending's iffy at times, but when he's got Saliba next to him, it's a lot easier than when he was playing at centre back with Gabriel, because them two at centre back the season before was shocking. I can't lie. Yeah, and I don't want to see him ever play at centre back ever again. he ain't a centre back. He ain't got the composure. Is probably the best word. Yeah, the composure to play at centre back. He's too cocky at times, and you can get away with that when you're playing at the right back because you've got a centre back coming in. You've got Declan Rice dropping back in. You've got Saka dropping back in. So you kind of get away with it a little bit when you're playing at right back. But this season, I don't know whether it's an instruction from the manager. It must be, because he ain't overlapped hardly any times in any games. Every now and again, he'll overlap and he put some nice balls in against, I think it was Palace. I may be wrong. He put a couple of nice balls in there. I think it was Palace. But other than that, he's been pretty poor. I can't lie. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Ben White. I do think he'll sign the contract. I'm not sure how much the money is. Let's see if we can find out how much money it is. Have a little look. No, I can't see anything about the pay rise. There will be a pay rise. That was last month. Let's have a look at this real quick before we wrap this up. No, that don't tell me how much either. Nah, I'm not sure. But listen, if he signs another couple of years on the extension on that, then obviously we've protected the value. And if he carries on playing like he did last season, then we've either got ourselves a decent player at right back, or we can go and flog him and get decent money. Because the way football is now, like 50 million could be paid for him. That's a lot of dough. But when you're looking at some of the other players that are bowling around the Premier League stealing a living, i.e. Anthony and a few others, 50 million in the grand scheme of things ain't too bad. And he's actually done all right, isn't he? So, yeah, not too disappointed. Well done to the football club. They're actually acting like a big club. Now what we've got to do is get rid of the dross. And then we're fully completing the process of acting like a big club. And this is why when Ramsdale got signed up to a new deal, cool. Like I said, I ain't one for signing up players that are average, after doing nothing. But in that Ramsdale case, smart move, because Raya will be our number one. He already is. And we will buy him in the summer. So we've now got a goalkeeper that we can get rid of for more than we bought him for. So listen, maybe the same with Ben White. Maybe we could get rid of Ben White in a couple of years if he ain't really doing it, but we'd get there or thereabouts up money back, if not more. So yeah, you got to praise the club when they do good stuff, and fair play to him. If they sign him up, cool. I'd rather they do it in the summer rather than halfway through a season. But it is what it is. We'll see what happens. We'll move on. Make sure you are smashing the like button into oblivion. Make sure you are subbing to the channel. Like I said, road to 90k is upon us, people. Big up to everybody inside. Make sure you go and show Ola some love today as well. It's his birthday, people. So make sure you go and sub to the Fight Week show. That's also my daughter's birthday. She's 14 today. The little shit. But there we go. And make sure you leave your comments and super chats down below. Lee Reacts. I will have a video out on there as soon as you finish watching this about Modric fighting for his place at Real Madrid. Club legend sitting on the bench and he's fighting for his place. Vinny Jr. out for 2 months. Mad. International break has messed him up. And Camavinga's obviously out as well until January. So they got a few issues there. I still think they're the best team in La Liga, but go and check out my thoughts on that. And I'll be back again tomorrow. Adios, amigos.